All of us reach a point in time where we are depleted and need to somehow find a way to reignite the fire within. But how do we spark that flame? Welcome to Reignite Resilience, where we will venture into the heart of the human spirit. We'll discuss the art of reigniting our passion and strategies to stoke our enthusiasm. And now, here are your hosts, Natalie Davis and Pamela Cass.
Welcome back to another episode of the Reignite Resilience podcast. I am your co-host, Natalie Davis, and I am so excited to be back with all of you. And joining me, of course, co-host Pam Cass. Hello, Pam. How are you?
Hello. It's been a minute since we've done a recording. I was just trying to
has. I feel like I'm out of practice. I'm like, what button do I press? Why does it look like this?
Like, what do we do? What am I supposed to say? What do I ask? Do we have a
What am I supposed What are we talking about? Who are we? What do we do here?
Yes. Why are we doing this?
I do love when like every platform does an update at the exact same time, and then they like move my cheese because I'm like, why is this button in a different spot? And of course, I never log in like giving myself enough time. It's like, you have 77 new features. Would you like to learn about them? No. I want the same features that I had the last time I logged in, so I can just hit record and go with it. But you know what? Technology, it's great.
That's funny. So I wonder if Riverside did an update, because I told you.
Yes, they did.
Okay, that's what it is. Because I got on and all my settings were wrong. They didn't my microphone. I'm like, well, don't do this to me.
Exactly. They did a complete upgrade. And when I logged in, it was like, would you like to see what's new? And then it sent, don't get mad at us, Riverside. Then it like sends you to YouTube to watch a whole video tutorial about all of the changes. I was like, immediately, no, closed.
No,
I will figure it out on my own.
We have no time for any of that.
No. So I'm just like, listen, I'm a sliding into home kind of gal. Like, this is not.
Just do what you need to do in between when I am on it and when I'm off of it.
Exactly. And then don't move my stuff. Make it better, but also keep it the same for me.
Yeah. I don't know if our audience can tell we don't love change.
No. I kind of like the idea of it. When I know that it's coming.
You like the idea of change if you know it's coming and you have plenty of time to prepare and you get a roadmap for what it's going to look like.
And I had some input on the directive of the change. Yeah, all of that. That's all you need.
Perfect. That makes change.
I think there was a meme about that my brother sent me. Was so funny. He was talking about like firstborn. And it was like, I'm a firstborn. Of course we like change as long as we are fully aware of what the change is going to be. We have input and advice on what the change is going to look like, and we can roll out when it's going to happen. Yeah. Other than that, it's lovely.
Perfect. It's perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, we're Virgos, so
exactly.
We
just
do
leave things
not
structured.
like
if it works.
Make it better, but don't change it.
No, user end experience should remain the same, but on the back end, do whatever you want.
100%. 100%. I don't want to know about it.
I don't need to know about it. Just make it fabulous. Yeah.
I'm a job. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we have not done a session in a little bit, and we haven't done a one-on-one in a bit. We've had some fabulous guests that have joined us, but I think in the in-between, in the interim, what our listeners have probably missed if they didn't join us is that we were able to pull our mid-year Reignite Live Success Summit together. As you all recall, in January, we kicked off the year. We were talking about it in Q4 of last year, that we were going to actually have a time for us to get together live. We did a fireside chat and some goal setting and some planning for 2026. And then just last week, we had an opportunity to bring folks back virtually to do a mid-year check-in, because we're halfway through 2026. And it just actually blows my mind.
Yeah. I can't even believe that we're already in this space.
I know.
And I don't know how we got here, but being able to reconnect in the middle of the year and get that energy that we had back when we did our live event in Loveland, Colorado. It was so much fun. And I was just like energized to be like, all right, I got this next 6 months.
Exactly. It was so good. I think the timing is perfect. you all are not doing a mid-year check-in on like your personal goals and your professional goals, 10 out of 10 highly recommend that you should be doing that. But to do that with just other people, like truly creating a space where we could authentically show up and say, hey, here's what I'm struggling with. Here's my weakness. Here's what I'd like to improve on before the end of the year. And here are some things that I put on my goals list that I probably should not have. And I'm taking it off, and I'm giving myself permission to take it off right now. And so it was good. I think it was really good. This mid-year point, because I like to keep a big picture calendar of where I'm supposed to be, I'm starting to look at things for January and February. So this is the point of the year where I have this pull in terms of like, what does my wall calendar look like? Because I have 6 months that are marked out, but I also need January and February of 2027 already. And I'm like, where does that go? Because it can't just live in my head.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one of the things that I really loved and appreciated about our event. So we had 4 amazing speakers that we brought in, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're bringing these experts in to talk about their field.
Yes.
And they were so freaking engaged in each other's speeches. I mean, they were asking thoughtful questions and wanted to get advice. And I was like, oh, they're here to show up and be in it just like everybody else. And I thought that was such a fun take on it, because I wasn't expecting that. I kind of thought we're just going to sit, oh, we're the speakers, we're not going to do anything. But
well, I think it actually goes back to one of the lessons that you shared during our time together for the summit, Pam, was like, are you teachable? Are you coachable? Right? Like in those moments. And I think if you are showing up in spaces and you don't have that curiosity to learn, you should probably question, 1, why you're showing up to that space. And then 2, question, are you putting yourself in a place where you're actually teachable or that you're coachable? You know what I mean? So like that you can learn, because there's always something that you can learn and pick up to better yourself. We're all in different places on our journey, but there's always something that you can pick up, one gem or a nugget or something that you can apply. And all of the speakers absolutely did that. I think I've even had some follow-up conversations with some of them, and there are some new goals that are on their radar, and some planning that's taking place, which I love, which is good.
Awesome.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. What you were mentioning, it's this idea called the Teachability Index. And so it's our one side, it's our willingness to learn, which if you're showing up to those type of things, you have the willingness to learn. It's pretty high. But the other side of it, willingness to change. And I know I'm guilty. This is very much an I statement. I can open up my closet in my office and there's probably 100 different notebooks and binders from seminars and classes that I've attended over the years. But if I went through them, there would be very, very little that I actually took and implemented, because life happens. We go to these events and then the next day we're like, oh, I'm totally going to implement that in my business. And then we get back to the next day and it's just life hits us. Reality hits us again. And then we're like, well, I'll do that tomorrow. And then we don't. And so, it's going to these, but then even if it's just taking one small nugget and then implementing it, that can increase your teachability index. So
love that. I love that. Well, it's interesting that you say that, like your willingness to learn, your willingness to change.
Yeah.
That is a big piece, because there was like an online challenge about presence, like keeping an online presence, and a video challenge. And for long time listeners, that's something that I did back in the COVID time frame. Like I did this video challenge. I was like, okay, I'm going to post a video every day for 30 days. And this was during the pandemic. And I started doing it. And then there was like a day that I would like wind down the day. And anyways, and I realized I haven't posted the video and I've already washed off all of my makeup for the day. And I'm like, damn it, I got to go record another video. And I've already gotten ready for bed. Anyways, I did it 30 days. It was fine. Check the box. Well, I was curious about it, right? There was this 40-day challenge that was happening online. And I was so curious about it. My willingness to learn, 10 out of 10. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My willingness to change, 3 out of 10, maybe.
Yep.
Not the same, right?
Not the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that equates to like the probability of me doing it or applying it like 70%, right? Isn't that how it?
30%. So you take
30%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're 10 out of 10 willingness to learn, that's 100%.
Yes.
If you're a 3 on the other side is 3 times the 10. That's a 30%. So you're
30%. So there we go.
Teachability index.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would challenge anyone when, especially being in the middle of the year right now, is it's all good to listen to podcasts, read books, go to classes, do webinars, pay for all the things that come up that say, enroll in this online class and we'll teach you how to make 6 figures in the first month.
Yes.
All those things that we do, that's great. If you're 100% on the willingness to learn, great. But if you are a 1 or a 3 or even a 5, that's a failing score. You're not going to do it. Save your money. Spend that money on something else.
Save it.
Spend
it on a handbag.
Or hire somebody to do the stuff for you. And then,
practical. I'm like, buy a handbag. You'll feel better about it at the end of the day.
I mean, whatever makes you feel good, but
exactly. No, that like whatever that investment is that you think that you're going to put towards this thing that you have a low teachability index, go ahead and outsource it to someone else to have them take care of it for you. 100%. 100%.
So you should literally, anything you're going into, any class you're going into, ask yourself the question, what is my teachability index right now? What is the score? And look at both sides, my willingness to learn and willingness to actually do something about it. And if it's low, don't do it. Just don't do it because you're not in that space. But if you are a 10 on both sides, like I am willing to learn this and dang it, I'm going to actually implement this. Great. Then absolutely be all in on that. So,
and it has to be like an obsession type of all in, right? Like you've got to be obsessed with it. You've got to want it. You've got to know that you're going to do it. And I think it just because it doesn't line up for me, like right now with this challenge, this 40-day challenge that I was so curious about online, there were people that I knew that were taking part in it. There were influencers that I look up to. And I thought, oh my gosh, all of these people are doing this. This is amazing. I think I should do this with a 30%. Maybe it's a not right now. And maybe it's something that you can look into later or at a different season in life, right?
Well,
because there's other things that are taking place.
Yeah, and you and I talked about in our summit, we talked about being in the flow state. And when you are passionate about something, you are all in on doing something. It is so easy to get in a flow state and do it. And so you can ask yourself that question, what's my teachability index score? And then if it's high, then you're going to be very easily able to get into a flow state. And when you get in a flow state, it's those moments where everything is just clicking and time seems like it just stands still while you get all this stuff done. And you're like, holy cow, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
Yeah. But if you don't have a high teachability index, you are never going to get in the flow state. It's going to be like you said, oh, it's the end of the day. I took my makeup off. I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this. That's the old version of me. Now I just don't even participate in the entire challenge.
Exactly. Well, you know what? Sometimes we have to learn by doing.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, that was one of the nuggets and gems that we shared during the 2-day summit. So you all, it was amazing 2 days. I shouldn't say 2 full days. We had basically 6-hour days. We broke it down both on a Saturday and a Sunday, had some phenomenal individuals come together. We were able to create this space that was truly supportive and magical and safe and filled with data. That was probably one of my biggest takeaways there was more science-backed evidence in the modalities and practices and information that was shared over the weekend that absolutely blew my mind. And there were moments where we were like, okay, we're going to nerd out for a moment, but we're going to bring it back onto how it applies.
Yeah.
That is not how my brain operates. I love data. I don't need to see all of the extras in it. I don't need to see how we've compiled it. I just need to know what does it mean for me. And so I have gratitude for us being able to speak to all learning modalities by providing that anchor in terms of the data and where it comes from, plus the application, which is my side. I like that, right? That's more of the, let's apply this to life. What does this really look like?
Yeah. And I like it because there are so many people that are like, okay, why do I need to do this? And they need to know that science behind it and actually how it does impact the brain, the nervous system, how we think, how we process, all of those things. But then we took it and then we actually applied it and did some of those practices, which those were really powerful. And the feedback we got from the people in the audience who did it with us, because we did a 30-minute breath work activity. So that was a lot. And for somebody like me, who I'm pretty sure I'm self-diagnosing myself as being ADHD as an adult. I think I've gone into it. I mean, 30 minutes for me.
Call that career onset. It's because of our industry, but that's okay. We're going to continue on.
It's hard for me to be still, just breathing, when I'm thinking about all this stuff I need to be doing. But it was good.
Actually loved it and completely
it
was, I didn't even realize that it was 30 minutes. I truly so much so I'm going to have to apologize. There were some people that were sitting in the waiting room and I didn't realize, because like part of the exercise was to have your eyes closed. And as we were opening our eyes and it was like, people are in the waiting room. I'm like, shoot.
No.
Okay.
Whoopsies.
Oh my gosh. I was in like full meditation. Note to self, lesson learned. Have somebody else watch the waiting room while you're actually participating in all the activities. But like that 30 minutes I felt flew by, and completely grateful. Megan McDonald, who was one of our past guests on the show, took us through this somatic breathwork exercise. And not only am I grateful to Megan for the gift that she brought to all of the participants, but also to all of the participants in holding a space, right? Because this was a mid-year business planning success summit, right? Like and the way that we have been traditionally programmed to think about business planning and success, it's all numbers and action and doing and doing and doing. And we were intentional about incorporating more of a holistic approach at business planning and doing that mid-year assessment, and spending some energy in being. And this somatic breath work felt like it truly spoke to that. And everyone was able to show up and support each other, right? Like that was the beautiful piece. People that had never met before that were so supportive of one another and creating a safe space. So that was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what I love, Megan does this every Wednesday. Tuesday, I can't remember. Wednesdays at noon. And it's fun when you go into those sessions. You've got these like CEOs and these execs that are showing up to do like a 30-minute break in the middle of the day just to do the breath work. And that has been a great reset when I'm able to make it. It's in my calendar steady. If I'm able to make it, absolutely go. And it's been really good, because I've got that monkey mind where I'm just always going. But since I've been introduced to, Rachel Jane and her work, and then Megan, who I met through Rachel Jane, doing these type of practices allows us to be more fully present. And it's interesting when I've started doing this, the difference I see in the relationships I have with
100%
my clients or anybody, or even speaking on stage.
Yes.
You're able to connect with people in just a much more authentic, deep, grounded manner. And it's so powerful.
And faster.
Yeah.
It's faster.
So much faster.
Significantly faster. And I think that's what I absolutely love about these frameworks, is that it truly gets back to like the natural human rhythms and cycles, that instead of the performative behaviors that we've been entrained to believe as ways and to have genuine connection with people, it's not. A lot of it is a farce. I hate to say it. We really dive back into one, connection with self, and then how can we genuinely have connection with other people. And it's not just in the one-on-one, like Pam said. Like, it's great for one-on-one. You have these deeper, richer, more meaningful relationships in a shorter amount of time, but also with the masses. So like if you're if you're having a team meeting or a town hall or presenting to 1,500 or 15,000 people, there are people that just have this magnetism is what I'm going to say. This magnetism about them when they step into these spaces. And I think a lot of it is grounded in the frameworks that they've
Yeah.
introduced us to. So I'm
Yeah.
grateful for that.
Yeah. And for our audience, you probably can think of those people, where you've been in a room and somebody steps on the stage and you are just like mesmerized and you could listen to them for hours. And then other people step on the stage and you're like, oh my God, is he done yet? Or is she done yet? Or whatever, because there's not that connection. And so, if it's somebody that you are drawn to, like magnetically drawn to, it's somebody that is fully present in their body and showing up authentically. And it's such a cool thing to notice. And that's what I'm noticing it when I'm out and about and I'm having conversations. People are like wanting to have conversations with me before I even open my mouth. And
100%.
I'm like, that was not happening before.
Yes.
And so it's a lot of fun. And so it was fun to be able to introduce it to all the people that came to our Success Summit that maybe have never been introduced to that before.
100%. I know that it was new for many of the people that were on. Which I still love. Again,
love it.
When we're looking at like the things that have attributed to our successes and where we are, being able to dump all of that into one weekend, I don't even know how that was possible, but we did it. And it's kind of peeling back again, like these outer historical traditional norms of what success looks like, and really peeling it back to explore like this authentically aligned, fulfilling version of success that people can walk away feeling like they are fulfilled, that they have freedom, that they are making an impact, that they have the influence, that they're growing, like all of those things that we often talk about on the show. So that was a beautiful thing.
I love it. I love it. And the recording is going to be available to anybody that wasn't able to make it at a very reasonable price.
Thinking of that, when I plugged it in, I was like,
yeah,
this is really reasonable. It's $47. Listen, if you're hearing this, I might change.
That's almost ridiculous. I know. I'm almost like, wait a minute. You have basically 6 speakers who make considerable amount of money speaking in front of groups of people who are all business owners. And I'm thinking to myself, $47.
I know. I was like, what? Should we?
All right, guys,
should we have it? We are honoring 47 right now because that's what we said that it was. It was 47 if you wanted to register and have the experience of having the recordings available. As of today, and who knows, as of today, the recording of this episode, it's $47. We'll see what that ups to. But Pam is correct. 6 speakers, and it actually translated out to 7 sessions because we had a brief intro session that took us through what we did as an end of Q1, like kind of check-in. We introduced this concept of time bender because, people are suffering from burnout and experiencing burnout. I shouldn't say suffering. People are experiencing burnout and kind of this pressure on their schedule. And so we had a workshop where we introduced the time bender framework and looking at compression, protection, and multiplication, the 3 key pillars of the time bender framework. And so there's a short intro on that time bender framework, as well as an opportunity for you to do a quick assessment and introspective work in terms of where you are right now. Like, how are you feeling about each area of your life? And we're talking dialing into 15 key areas of your life to see how you feel today, and then making a commitment to where you're going to invest more energy moving forward. So, though that is available, we will make sure that we drop the link to access that recording or those recordings if you're interested in purchasing it at the very reasonable price of $47.
Thank you for joining us today on the Reignite Resilience podcast. We hope you had some aha moments and learned a few new real-life ideas to fuel the flames of passion. Please subscribe on your favorite streaming platform, like or download your favorite episodes, and of course, share with your friends and family. We look forward to seeing you again next time on Reignite Resilience.